They are building a new camp for Okies with a swimming pool.
Maribel.
The Mexicans can only swim in it on the afternoons before they clean it. Have you heard they will be given inside toilets and hot water?
Pause there. From this page, from the bottom of 220 to the bottom of 221, you need to make 2 annotations on your laptop. 2 annotations. So make sure you pull a quote and make a quick note as to why you chose that quote. We've got 1 more minute for our notes. Make sure that you put down your quote and why you chose it. We're gonna bring it back in 3, 2, 1. Pick up your books. We're gonna pick up at the bottom of 221 with why. Oh wait. Why is that, Miguel? Is it because they are the fairest in the land? Tell me. Is this real life is this life really better than being a servant in Mexico? Angel.
Miguel looked over to the grapes.
Grapes?
Grapes where the sunset low and the horizon.
Let me say that. I'm going to say that and I want you to repeat after how I see it. Miguel looked out over the grapes where the sun set low on the horizon.
Miguel looked out over the grapes where the sun low on the horizon, casting long shadows in the vineyard.
In the vineyard. Casting long shadows in the vineyard. You got it. Casting long shadows in the vineyard.
Casting long shadows in the vineyard.
He turned back to her. In Mexico, I was a second-class citizen. I stood on the other side of the river, remember? And I would have stayed that way my entire life. Adrian.
At least here, I have a chance, however small, to become more than what I was. You obviously can never understand this because you have never lived without hope. She clenched her fist and closed her eyes tight in frustration. Miguel, do you not understand? You are still a second-class citizen because you act like one. Letting them take advantage of you like that.
Why don't you go to your boss and confront him? Why don't you speak up for yourself and your talents? Gama.
You are beginning to sound like the strikers, Esperanza, said Miguel coldly. There is more than one way to get what you want in this country.
Maybe I must be more determined than others to succeed, but I know that it will happen. Jimmy.
Aguante tanto y la fruta caerá en tu mano. The words doctor as if someone had slapped your face. Papa said, wait a little while and the food will fall into your mouth.
Pause. Make 2 annotations. Go. Come on. We're gonna keep going. I need eyes on their books. Playing on 100%. She was tired of Mama being sick and Abuelita being far away and Papa being dead. As she thought about Papa, tears sprang from her eyes and she suddenly felt weary, as if she had been clinging to a rope but didn't have the strength to hold on any longer. She sobbed with her eyes closed and imagined she was falling, with the wind whooshing past her and nothing but darkness below. Ansa. Selma.
Could I fall all the way back to Mexico if I never opened my eyes again? She felt Miguel's hand on her arm and opened her eyes. Ansa, everything will work out, he said. Esperanza backed away from him and shook her head. How do you know these things, Miguel?
Do you have some prophecy that I do not know? I have lost everything. Every single thing and all the things that I was meant to be. See these perfect rows, Miguel? They're like what my life would have been. These rows know where they are going. Straight ahead. Now my life is like the zigzag in the blanket on Mama's bed. I need to get Abuelita here, but I cannot send her my pitiful savings for fear my uncles will find out and keep her there forever. Aina.
I will pay Mama's medical bills, but next month there will be more. I can't stand your blind hope. I don't want to hear your optimism about this land of possibility when I see my proof.
Trent.
As bad as things are, we have to keep trying.
Linnea.
But it does no good.
Oh, give me some more than that.
But it does no good. Look at yourself. Are you standing on the other side of the river? No. You are still a peasant.
With eyes as hard as green plums, Miguel stared at her and his face contorted into a disgusted grimace. You still think you are a queen. Mom's here. All right, friends. We're heading back to our seats in 3, 2, 1, 0. Maribel, Gaman, Alexa, Yair, and Areli. I'd like for you guys to share one of your annotations. Maribel, going first. Go.
I've heard that they are building a new camp in the Okies with a swimming pool. I found this quote because they are being treated unfairly because of their race.
Nice. Who's next? pause you, really. I need people checking their slant. We have one of our family members talking right now. We're tracking. Aurelie.
I chose, we live in a horse stall. I chose this because it was shown that they're not even living in a real home and they're getting treated badly just because they're Mexican.
Alexa.
I chose that there's more than one way to get what you want, and it's on page 222, and I chose this because it shows how Miguel wants Esperanza to understand that she has lived without hope, and that ever since that her dad died, and that she had to move back to America, that she didn't have any hope that there would be anything better in life.
And what does he mean by that? What is he talking about? There's more ways to get what you want in life.
He means by that because also in the book it said that she was starting to sound like a striker, and he said that because there's more than one way to get what you want, because he has hope that sooner or later there will be better things for the Mexicans.
Yeah.
The quote I chose was, we have gone to work through angry crowd. I chose this quote because
Say that one more time. Yeah, I had a hard time hearing you.
the quote
Gracie,
that
we're waiting on you to be tracking. Yeah.
the quote that I chose was, we have gone to work through angry crowds. I chose this one because I thought it shows that Esperanza's like fearful of it, like she doesn't know what's gonna happen next.
Do we agree with that assessment? Sort of. Who can help him out? I think that's a great line, but I don't think that's necessarily the right interpretation. Who can help out Yair? Why is that a great line to be looking at as we look at the American dream and the way Esperanza sees it? Open your books. Turn to page 221. At the middle, it starts with, we have gone to work. Read that sentence. What is she talking about here? What is she talking about here? Johan, what is she talking about here?
I think she's talking about that her own race is disrespecting them.
How does she feel about that?
She doesn't know, appreciate it.
She doesn't feel appreciated. I need someone to build on that. That's a good start. That's not where we're going. Karina, we're checking Karina.
I like to go to Yoga, and I think she feels like they're right.
She's right. Her own race, and who is that? Who is her own race in this specific context? Huh? The Mexicans, yes. And what are they doing? Rachel? The strikers. She thinks the strikers might be right. Okay, you guys, so now we're going to move on. You guys have 1 minute. Why is Esperanza critical of Miguel's view of the American dream? You have one sentence. Why is Esperanza critical of Miguel's view of the American dream? We're responding. Go.
What proof does she have to show that he's a professor? Why? Why is she discouraged? Critical of. Critical of the view of McGill's. Critical of McGill's view of the American dream because. That's what I said. Of McGill's view. Because.
+1 to Maribel for her eyes. Move down to 6B. Esperanza Miguel's arguing about the American dream represents two different sides. We're working on that. I will come around and look at answer A. If I move you on, you will start on C. Not right now.
Is she at B?
What did she say?
What experiences has Esperanza had so far to take away her hope? Spout them out at me. Karina.
Hardship.
She's had hardship. What kind of hardship? Gama. What happened to her?
Her papa died.
Her dad died. Maribel.
Her grandma had to stay in Mexico.
Her grandma has to stay in Mexico. Dad.
Finally.
Abuelita. What else? Aina.
All her possessions and things were gone.
Possessions burned. Jimmy.
Her mother being sick.
Mama's sick. Mama is sick. Jasmine. Jimmy took it. Alfredo.
Getting rock stolen for her race.
What's that?
Getting rock stolen her by Mexicans.
Okay, so that's kind of small. What's happening? What's like really happening around her? Strikers. Liliana.
Her mom's medical bills.
Yep. So finances, she's poor. What else has she witnessed that would make her question the American dream? Gama.
The Okies going for less wages.
The Okies? No. Not that they're going for less wages. What are they getting that she's not getting? Aina.
They're getting more like lights and things in the camp.
And pools. They have better conditions. Karina. What do you mean by work? She's working for like a lot of money? So working for what? She's working for low wages. What else has she seen that would change her view of the American dream? Aurelie?
She is also seeing people getting in trouble for speaking their minds.
So the woman, are you talking about the woman in her papers? What else? Linnea, what else is she saying? Alvaro,
That is pointless to keep trying.
huh?
That is pretty much pointless to keep trying.
So that's how she feels. What else does she see? What does she experience? Why does they go to a specific grocery store? Why do they go to a specific grocery store? Caleb.
They go to a specific grocery store because all the other grocery stores don't accept Mexicans.
So they're experiencing racism and discrimination. Okay. Which of these, so there's a lot of hardship that she's experienced in this story. There's a lot of hardship that she's experiencing in stories. Which one should I start that are going to show us how her experience with the American dream has changed, or how her point of view of the American dream has changed? Check your slant. Just tell me quickly. Gamma, which should I start?
The Okies better conditions.
Okay. What else? Alexa. Strikers. What else? Karina. Nope. Ina. Racism. What else? Selma.
Possession work?
Nope. Jamel.
Oh, working for low wages.
Working for low wages. What else? Riley.
Unfairness?
Unfairness. Yep. What else? Alvaro.
Finances?
The finances. Yeah, I would even say that's like with the low wages. There's one more. What else? Maribel.
The woman's papers?
The women's papers, where she saw that it was unjust. I want you guys to go ahead and move down to C. Move down to C. Using using some of the details from your annotations that you guys took. Go ahead and respond to that question. Keeping in mind all the work that we just did here. Why is her view of the American dream so much different, point of view so much different than Miguel's? Go. Notice that 6C is a paragraph. 6C is a paragraph. I love that I see that Riley's jumping back into his book. So is Rachel. Also look at the annotations that you made during our reading. It's gonna take the next 3 minutes. Really great job today, guys. Moving on to our next grade check. I think that's better. Some time spent on the paragraph. We will do that during tomorrow's class. So waiting on some eyes. Your homework for tonight is to complete the graphic organizer. Also make sure your concluding paragraph about school lunch essay is written. Your conclusion statement, your conclusion paragraph is complete. Additionally, when we get to this, you guys are going to take the circle of viewpoints. At the top, go ahead and write atoms. I'm sorry, at the top in the box right here, you're going to write the American dream. At the top, you're going to write Adam's point of view of the American dream. On the left-hand side, you're going to write Miguel. And on the right-hand side, you're going to write Esperanza. It should be 1 to 2 sentences. The American Dream, Adams from our from our nonfiction text today, Miguel's, and Esperanza's. Any questions on that? Mackenzie?
Is this on top of our Tuesday space, so our Tuesday space organize it in that?
Yes.
So, what would happen if we put it on the other side, like opposite side? Would you
That's okay. If you yeah, that's okay. Don't worry about those pieces. Just these. Yeah, your different question.
Oh, so we're doing completing the graphic organizer this and Wednesday's picture?
I'll be collecting this one on Friday.